Blah! Hello, 안녕하세요. I'm Chandra. Welcome to Cinemarea, where we only talk about self-care movies and dramas. I love thrillers, so let's take a look at the 2020 thriller Search Out or Search Out. The movie stars Kim Sung-cheol, Si-eon, and Heo Ga-yoon, who used to sing in the K-pop group 4Minute. 머리부터 발끝까지 hot issue. The movie is based on the Blue Whale Challenge. I'm sure all of you have heard about it. Somebody on the internet is manipulating people to the point where they commit suicide. Kim Sung-cheol plays a young guy who wants to be a police officer along with his friend played by Si-eon. When a girl commits suicide next door to them, they suspect that it might not be a simple suicide, so they start investigating. Well, let's say they start investigating. They meet Heo Ga-yoon, who's basically a hacker but works for a private investigator, and they try to track down whoever might be behind this. There are things I like about this movie. If I were to compare this movie to a painting, I would say that I like the framing. I just don't like the picture itself. We've got two friends who want to be police officers, and they have a good reason for that. They want a stable job in a world where nothing seems to be stable anymore. They're studying for the exams, meanwhile they're looking for jobs. Unsuccessfully. I like this. This is a good framework. This is a good starting point in terms of characterization. I also like the fact that the movie is trying to say something about the dangers of social media. I personally spend as little time as possible on these platforms, but I know that nowadays most people are glued to the screen meanwhile life is passing by them. And let's not even get started on the psychological effects it has on people. This topic alone could make a 6-hour-long video, but I think it's a very important issue to talk about, and again, this is a good starting point. The problem is that the movie doesn't do anything with this. Seriously, it's just so boring. Barely anything happens in this movie. A lot of time is spent with characters sitting in front of computers searching Instagram, but it's not done in an interesting or creative way, so it feels just like filler to stretch the movie's runtime. The writing is also very lazy. Just to give you an example, the two main characters start to investigate the case, meaning they go to the private investigator where they meet the hacker, and they do some online search and stuff, and then the two main characters just chill at a playground, doing absolutely nothing, and then Kim Sung-cheol says, "I'm busier than when I was looking for jobs. I'm sorry for dragging you into this." Busier than what? Why are you doing nothing? Dragging him into what? Nothing has happened! And that's just one instance. Another problem is that although the framework of the main characters is good, nothing that they do or say is interesting, so you're left with two guys who you don't care about one bit. And then there's the online villain, who's apparently able to psychologically manipulate people to the point of suicide. But we never see this. All we see is the villain sending the same messages to each and every one, like, first mission, go to the bathroom, second mission, flush it, third mission, kill yourself. These are not the actual messages, but these are not worse than in the movie. And at the end, there's a little twist regarding the villain's identity, but that person was already suspicious, so it's not surprising. And then when you learn the backstory behind the villain's motivation, you'll be like, it's a bit of a stretch, don't you think? It's kinda stupid, right? Right? Okay, I don't want to waste any more time for this movie. Search Out is something that could have been much better. Like I mentioned, I like the framework of this movie. I just don't like the picture itself because it's boring, uninspired, and lazy. I'm gonna give Search Out 52%. If you like movies that deal with the dangers of social media, give this one a try, but I warned you, remember that. But to say something positive at the end, one of the reasons I love Korean cinema is because that I rarely run into a misfire like this. Even if a movie doesn't turn out so good, there are still things that I can appreciate about it. Hell, even this movie has some of these things. It's just really bad. It happens. 여러분, 오늘은 여기까지만 해요. 영상 봐주셔서 감사합니다. 이 영상 좋아하면 구독해주세요. See you very soon. 다음 시간에 만나요.